Rules. They're meant for a reason, but they can be a little wishy-washy, can't they? Some rules you follow, some rules you don't, some rules you ignore. When you break a rule, there are consequences, and we're going to talk about that next on Purpose Under Pressure. Well, welcome back. My name's Bryan, and this is Purpose Under Pressure. It's a podcast about developing sales and leadership success on purpose while you're under pressure. It's brought to you by the professional sales and leadership training team at Sandler by the Ruby Group. You'll find them in Akron and Columbus, Ohio. They're in Jacksonville, Florida. They're in Capital Region, New York. They're wherever you are, and they do their work on purpose. I think that's important. If your business is designed for a reason with specific goals and specific ways of getting business done, and you want to do it that way, you don't just want to grow however other people want you to grow, do the work the way they want you to do the work. You want to do it on purpose, and you need a plan. And sometimes you need a little bit of help for that. And that's what my friends at Sandler by the Ruby Group do offer. You can connect with them online at therubygroup.sandler.com. The Ruby Group, practical sales and leadership coaching for high pressure moments. So let's get cooking. You know, I'll tell you something about salespeople, and some of you won't like this. I'll just say that right off the bat. We want to make the deal. We want to make the deal. We love the yes. I mean, that's what we want. We want to win. It's like a drug. Trust me, I've been doing it for 36 years. It's a drug. When we get it, we want it again. Sure, we want to help people. Yes, we want to help build our company. Yes, we want to hit our goals. And don't take me wrong. That is all important stuff, and it matters. And for real salespeople, it really matters. I'm not negating that. I'm just saying sales is a competitive game, and salespeople like to win. Salespeople like to win. It's fun to win. It's energizing when someone says, yes, I'm in and I'm going with you. Yes, I'm in. It feels good, man. You hear that. It's adrenaline. It's emotion. It's all the hard work you put in. It's all the hard time you spent. It all worked, and it's awesome. And I've felt that runner's high before. I know what that feels like, but it's nothing compared to the seller's high. When you close that deal and you walk out of that building and you walk towards your car and your arms go flying up in the air, and it happens. And I always picture the person that we just sold to up in the high office, looking out his glass window, looking down and going, yeah, that's the guy I want. That's the guy I want, the guy that's excited about this. You know what I'm talking about, folks. If you're a seller, you know how high that yes makes you feel, and you want it more. And that's why it's so tempting to break the rules. This podcast is called Purpose Under Pressure. Purpose, doing things right. Pressure, not getting the deal. Purpose under pressure. You're going to stick to it, or are you going to cave to get that high? See, I built it up like it's really cool, but sometimes you want it so bad. What will you do for it? See, we have systems in place for a reason. We have strategies in place for a reason. We have plans in place. We have mission statements in place for a reason, how we do business. And when salespeople shirk any one of those because they see a path to win, to that rush of winning, it's going to end badly, I promise you. What am I talking about? If you have a rule in your company that let's say you have a rule that you work best with a certain type of client, a certain type of customer. You should never take on another type of client. Let's say it's a revenue level. We don't work with customers that are less than 10 million in revenue, or we only work with customers that are less than 10 million in revenue. You've got those rules in place, but you as a salesperson, you want that win. You want that deal, and you bring on the wrong customer because of it. I promise you, when you don't follow the rule, you're going to mess things up down the line. There's a saying that the best deal you'll ever make is the one you say no to. It's true. I do believe that, but I also think it's easier said than done. It's so easy to say yes. Sandler rules. Sandler by the Ruby Group. It's a sponsor of this program, right? They have a list of Sandler rules. And one of my favorites is never spill the candy in the lobby. And kind of what that means is you don't just walk in and just, here's what we do. Here's how we do it. Here's what it costs. And just give it all away right off the bat. You go through a process. But yet, Let's say you walk into that lobby and that client says, I'm ready to go right now. I want to know what this takes, what it looks like, how much it's going to cost, and how fast can you deliver it? Here's my checkbook. When that client wants to go, blah, you just spill your candy in the lobby because you want that sale. I promise you, if you don't go through the process, if you don't slow things down, do things the right way, follow the rules, something's going to get messed up. Marriages have rules. Is it okay to break any one of those rules just once? No, that's a ridiculous question. And here's a fun one. Ever have your kid in the back seat ask you, hey, dad, hey, mom, why are you going so fast? You're on the highway and you're doing 75, 80 and the speed limit's 65 or 70. Mom and dad, is it okay to break the speed limit? Well, what do you say then? Junior, some rules are okay to break. Is that what you tell them? No, you slow down, don't you? You slow down. You follow the rules. Rules are rules, and you need to do two things if you're a seller. Number one, you need to set some. As a seller, you should have rules in place. You can use the Sandler rules. You can use your own rules, but you need rules. Who do you talk to? How do you talk to them? What will you accept? What won't you accept? What do you do when this happens? When do you walk away? When do you have a deal? When don't you have a deal? If they're your company rules, you follow them. If they're your rules, you live by them. But you can't make them up as you go. You need them now before you go on your next sales call, right? And number two, when you have the rules, don't break them. Don't break them. Non-negotiable. I don't care how much money the client wants to spend. I don't care that you need this deal to close the end of the month. I don't care that your mortgage payment doesn't get hit if you don't earn that commission. You don't break the rules. And you say, but Bryan, rules were meant to be broken, huh? What do you got to say about that? Rules were meant to be broken. You know, I'll say you're listening to the wrong podcast. That's what I'll say. There are no shortcuts here. We don't bend under pressure. And I don't think that you should either. Folks, thanks for being here. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Thanks for putting up with my soapbox. I appreciate it. We do this every week. And if you like it, go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss another episode. Maybe tell a friend that this podcast is out there so that they can be on purpose too. You'll find all past episodes of Purpose Under Pressure at bryanmediastrategies.com/podcast. And wherever you stream your favorite shows, it's brought to you by the Ruby Group, practical sales and leadership coaching for those high pressure moments. Until next time, no matter how high the pressure gets, don't break the rules. Stay on purpose.